Hello, Tim here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something that's kind of a fun thing. It's modifying speed bore bit. And you might ask, well, what is a speed bore bit and why would I want to modify it? Sometimes you run into a situation where you need to get a certain drill bit size and you can't find exactly what you need, or maybe you want to make a metric size hole. So a speed bore bit is a very simple flat bit like this that's got a point and it's just two sides, and they work very well. This one here was modified. There's a 3/8 inch bit here and I made it to 5/16, and I needed it for something or other. I don't remember when. So it was cut, just ground it down. These are not that expensive and they're kind of a very useful tool. So how do we modify a straight bit like this, pointed, to make it so it's a round bottom hole? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what I have here, again, is my template that I use for a lot of different things here. This one here is 1.5 inches. Like I said, I'm just demonstrating how I mark it off. And so I'd hold that like this, and a Sharpie pen seems to work the best. So I'd get that right in the center, hold this down so it's good. And keep in mind that these templates are slightly oversized, so that your finished hole or finished line is 1.5 inches. So it's a little bit okay. Actually, this side I did already. So here's and if it's a little uneven, it will work out in the end because the bit is spinning. So here we have the layout. Now I'm going to bring this one over here, and being mindful of that the point where the point kind of is, and then when you grind this, it has to be back drafted on both sides. If it was left square like this one here, if left square, then that will drag on the back side and cause it to chatter. So you need to, depend on how deep you're going to make your hole here, but that's like your router bit, you need to have it clearance there. So we're doing that. Now let's go over to the grinder and show you how I got to that point. You'll just see how I hold it on the grinder, but I'm going to be cutting all this, the tip. I'm going to grind that down first, and then rounding this over to the line there, to the red line. But always keep in mind that the back has got to be a draft to the back side. And we're getting it to look like this. We're going from this to this. You can do this with a handheld drill, but I don't recommend it because what can happen is this thing bounces around. It's hard to hold the drill steady, and once it grabs one way or another, it's going to just kind of get it kind of chewed up like that. To demonstrate how I make this cut in the end grain, I have a vise that's designed for drill press use, but you can use some other clamping system. You need to have your workpiece steady. I'm chucking this in here. What's extremely important is slow and steady. So I like to have this thing here, so I got it up against my body. I turn this on. Very slow. I'm partway in right now, enough to hold the ball or whatever else. There is an advantage to these bits, and these are available speed bore, Irwin speed bore bits. And this is a short one. And the longer the shank, the more chatter there is. I can feel a little bit of chatter in this happening, but this one here is on the side, and that worked out pretty good. So again, freehanding it is not recommended, but you can get good results this way. And then occasionally you need to sharpen it again. Take it out and do that. I'm going to go back in and do a little deeper hole. All right, I'm done now. And there it is. Nice round bottom hole. If you were going to make something like a marble game that you wanted to take a smaller bit and do that, you could drill a series of holes like that, but that's how I do it. So I hope this is helpful to you, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And stay tuned, because there's a reason why I did this one here, and it's coming up. We'll see how it's used in a game. And by the way, you can put this bit in a lathe if you have a lathe. We'll see you next time.